Okay, so I need to tell you the story of what changed, how we got from me being totally positive that Zach and I were not meant for each other to starting to like him. So, in June, when he had told me that he had feelings for me, I was listening to his speech and he was going over all these, good qualities that he admired in me. He was like, you're just such a good person. I don't know, it's awkward for me to talk about because, like, he's listing my qualities and all that stuff, so I'm like, oh, I don't want to be, like, vain. I'm a little bit more modest. What's up with your hair, Joy? Okay, so, he was listing off all my good qualities. He goes, and that's definitely something I see in my future, I admire your faith and how strong you are in confession. That's something, I want to take with me in my future. I don't know, it kind of felt like he was popping the question right there, but really he was just telling me that he had feelings for me, and I was like, oh my gosh. It was awkward. I mean, he did it in a very good way, and I applaud him for it. I really do applaud him for telling me his feelings straight out, over coffee, in a very casual yet confident way. Really admire that. But the fact that I didn't feel the same way kind of twisted my emotions a little bit. So that was the end of June. Now in October, when I started to realize that I kind of liked him a little bit, I was like, I wouldn't let myself linger on the thought because I didn't want to get like overboard because I was loaded with assignments and it was the crazy season of exams and just a bunch of stuff. So I had just noticed he had this total and complete God transformation in him. So I realized that there had been some huge changes in his life. His boldness and confidence had just shot up to a new high, which is attractive, confidence is very attractive. His leadership qualities had really started standing out more. His convictions were stronger, Oh my gosh, my eyes are totally, even that's really embarrassing. Oh, good job, Joy. Okay, so, yeah. Oh my gosh, this is really bothering me. Like, seriously, this eye looks totally dark, but this eye looks totally normal. That's so embarrassing. Like, seriously, why doesn't anyone ever tell me this? I was at school, like, all day today, and what's the use now? Anyhow, Zach would come over and we'd work on our assessments together, and I would say things like, Zach, what'd you get for question 4 or whatever. It was usually relating to a personal evangelism study or a New Testament subject, and he would come up with the most extravagant ways to say the most simple phrase. And as a songwriter, as a wordsy person, that was so genuine and so attractive to me, I guess. I don't know, like, the way he would word things, I just kind of sit there and stare at him and be like, that was so perfectly said. And he's a words of affirmation person, if you give him a little bit of encouragement, he's like, through the roof. But, yeah, seeing the way he would write or the way he would talk about God, he had such a passion for, these revelations of, the Bible, the way he would word his experiences during chapel. He's like, oh my gosh, it was truly captivating. Or, today in devotions. He could start off a conversation with, today in devotions. See, you got a good guy when he can start off a conversation with, so today in devotions. I have a lot of quirky qualities in my personality. I'm quite loud. I'm very indecisive. My brain sometimes moves faster than my mouth, so usually what I want to say is just word vomit, and it comes out jumping from subject to subject. Usually after a joke is told, after the laughing dies down, usually that's when I catch on, and then I burst out laughing. Like, seriously, there have been so many times, like, can't even go into it. Yeah. Zach and I worked together at this place in Sydney. It was a fine dining ballroom. And sometimes after leaving work, I'd be like, man, I suck at life. I suck at my job. I just suck at life. And I'd go through my low self-esteem rants and, I don't know, just be emotional Joy. It's like, Joy, you have such good qualities. You are good at a lot of things. I'm like, well, I suck at my job. He's like, no, you don't. You work so hard. You know, at least you try. Like, he was just so encouraging. So, the fact that he could, I don't know, openly accept my weirdness, my crazy emotional ranting bits, that's a good quality, guys. If you can accept all of the crazy flaws where a girl's just completely emotionally unstable, just going up, oh, I suck at life. One time I looked up on YouTube videos, how to not suck at life, because I seriously felt so crappy after leaving work all these times. I'm like, I suck at life, and yeah, whatever. Yeah, so that is part of what changed in Zach.